People often ask me, where are the opportunities to make money? Sitting at home, I can only guess. If you want the answer, you have to go to the scene. So I asked that the global team set off again. This time I and several entrepreneur friends arriving in Tashkent, the capital of Uzbekistan. It is one of the first countries to participate in the joint construction of the Belt and Road Initiative. There are 38 million people here, the most populous in Central Asia, the country with the youngest population structure. We went to 3 places on the first day. Uzi Auto, the largest automotive group in Central Asia, the largest e-commerce platform Uzum, and the China Chamber of Commerce. Gain a lot in one day. Share this video with you. Before we start, ask a question. 2 or 3 years ago, there are about 2,000 Chinese companies in Uzbekistan. What about today? The answer is more than 5,000, more than doubled in just a few years. And they are not just clustered in 1 or 2 industries: building materials, trade, automobiles, energy, etc. Behind almost every track there is a group of people who have arrived early. The Chinese who have been doing this for a long time, such as cement. All of Uzbekistan, there are already 30 or 40 cement plants with Chinese backgrounds, seriously over capacity. So if you want to find a deserted land with no one, sorry, most likely strong enough. Central Asia is not an isolated island that no one has discovered. It's more like a just discovered. The boy was exploded immediately. These more than 5,000 just stay on the field today. At the same time, someone comes in. There are also people going out. December 2024. Mutual visa exemption between China and Ukraine officially comes into effect. Chinese go to Uzbekistan. No need to apply for a visa. Vice versa. But over the next year or so, a Chinese company purely engaged in trading. Pour a big batch. What's going on? Travel will be more convenient after visa exemption. Shouldn't business be more prosperous? Why did you bring down the company instead? It is not difficult to understand. What do you think? A boss in Uzbekistan once wanted to purchase goods from China. Can't get out by myself. I can only find a local Chinese person to help me. This man understands Chinese. Get to know the factory. Able to deal with logistics officials. What you make is money from poor information and poor channels. But now, the boss buys a plane ticket himself. Fly to Beijing. Fly to Iwo. Fly to Guangzhou. What do you want? Pick it yourself. Play it yourself. Pull yourself back. So the original middlemen were suddenly useless. We always think that the more open the market is, the more opportunities there are. Actually, not necessarily. The first thing after opening, it's often not about magnifying old opportunities. Instead, it smooths out the old information gap. That Uzbekistan. Is there no chance anymore? Neither. No chance. There won't be so many Chinese people willing to stay. So with this question, let's keep going inside. This is Uzi Auto, the largest automobile group in Central Asia. Here, we saw a special room. The name is Localization Knowledge Center. The whole room, densely hung with car collar parts, bumper, glass, screws, ceiling strip with scraper, just like the supermarket shelves. Take a closer look. On every part, there is still a small note hanging on them. It says, which country are you importing from now? How much is used locally each year? How much does it cost to purchase each year? In a sense, this room, it is the epitome of investment promotion in this country. A car has 7,500 parts. 4,000 can be made locally. 3,500 left. Gotta come from Germany, South Korea, Japan, imported from China. These 3,500 gaps. That's 3,500 specific purchase orders. But please note, not all parts. All production will be moved to Uzbekistan immediately. Uzi Auto, the first to promote localization. It's the bumper, glass interior plastic parts. Why? Because these parts may not cost much, but shipping it is very expensive. Open the map and you will find Uzbekistan is a doubly landlocked country. Each of the 5 neighboring countries has an outlet to the sea. Things are shipped in from China, either by air or by land. So freight has become a very important factor. Air freight $13 per kilogram, 7 to 10 days. Ground shipping costs $6 to $8 per kilogram, 15 to 30 days. So a bumper may be worth dozens of dollars. Consider size and weight. Shipping costs can cost several hundred. Therefore, it is preferable to make such things locally. The battery chip electronic control system. Small, light, and expensive. Freight may account for less than 1% of the total cost. It's more cost-effective to ship directly from China. Passing by Shuangnai, the shipping fee may be the real tariff. Leaving the automobile industrial park, we went to the next stop, e-commerce. This is the largest e-commerce platform in Uzbekistan. Uzum translates to grape. But to be honest, it is not a pure e-commerce company. How to understand? Look at the data. Uzum's monthly active users in 2025 will be 17 million. 38 million people nationwide. Almost 1 in every 2 is using it. Total payments in 1 year are $11. 1 cent billion. Issued more than 4 million payment cards by myself. 1,500 self-built and self-pickup points nationwide. Net profit use $176 million. Strange. Why does an e-commerce company have to do so many things? We do e-commerce in China. The main concern is how to sell the goods. Logistics includes SF Express, Jingdong 3 links and 1 link. Pay with WeChat. Alipay. Credit has Sesame points. Others have already set up the ground floor. Available in Uzbekistan. None of these. Third-party logistics is almost zero. Payment is mainly by cash and bank card. The credit system has just begun, so Uzum can only build its own logistics. Issue your own payment card. It's not that he wants to build infrastructure. It was forced. Otherwise, the goods cannot be delivered. I can't get the money back either. But this process of being forced out today has become his deepest moat. This also means you want to do the cross-border point here. Maybe you have to accept his rules. Send the freight in advance. Register a local company. Find the local person in charge. Of course, there is a more realistic problem. Cannot be ignored. What is the income of local people? A piece of data can illustrate the problem very well. On Uzum, about 25% of people place a single order and choose installment. Why? Uzbekistan 38 million people. Median age 29 years old. 72% under 40. Although it sounds very much like demographic dividend, but look at the income. General manufacturing. Workers earn a monthly salary of $300 to use $500. White-collar workers $500 to $700. A $1,000 cell phone, equivalent to 2 or 3 months' salary of an ordinary person. So Uzum must do installments only if the business can continue. In addition, he also has to bear the risks for the merchants. Although users are in installments, but the merchant has to take the full amount at once. Foreign Minister Uzum himself recognized. So judging a market, don't just look at how many people there are. It also depends on how much purchasing power they have. 38 million people, not equal to 38 million consumers. Finally, back to the original question. Uzbekistan, is it a good place to go? If what you want is an opportunity everywhere, no one competes, a place where you can make money easily, then it will most likely disappoint you. Chinese people who want to make money. Central Asia has long been crowded, visa-free and open. Also make money with poor information, money from poor channels. Little by little it becomes less, but the opportunity has not disappeared, just changed the place. This choose on. Can you fill their gaps? Are you willing to accompany them in localization? Do you dare to do it deeply? Such as BYD built a factory in Uzbekistan. Only 1 year into production, 160 collar parts have been localized. Production capacity is increasing from 50,000 vehicles per year, passed by 200,000 vehicles. They're not here to make money. They built the factory here, move management here, connect the supply chain here step by step. Money is most difficult to make in the depths, but the money in the depths is also the most stable. After all, there is no shortage of people here to sell goods. What is lacking is people who can do business locally. Next few days, we will continue to go deeper into Uzbekistan. Look at the people who really took a chance. What did you do right? Click to follow. Let's talk next time. Follow Liu Run. Lower the cognitive threshold for business.